Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. For the scripture saith, Thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn, and the laborer is worthy of his reward. Against an elder receive not an accusation, but before 2 or 3 witnesses. Them that sin rebuke before all, that others also may fear. 1 Timothy 5:17-20. The elders Paul speaks of are not outer men at all, but the divine centers within you, the vortices of head, hands, side, and feet, where the Christ mind and Christ life labor. To count them worthy of double honor is simply to hold fast in faith and feeling to the truth you assume, your mind and your heart joined in one unwavering claim. Thus the laborer in the word, the imagination, receives his reward. Thou shalt not muzzle the ox that treadeth out the corn, bids you never silence that creative power within. Your mind is the ox, the word is the corn. If you starve your thoughts of the harvest you would reap, the power to produce is blocked. Feed your imagination continually with the scene fulfilled, and you honor that laborer who works unseen. Against an elder receive not an accusation, names the doubts and fears that rise to condemn your new assumption. Permit no charge of impossible or too late to enter your presence. Instead, call forward your 2 or 3 witnesses, your steady faith, your vivid feeling of the wish fulfilled, your memory of past victories, and let them stand guard at the door of your thought. Them that sin rebuke before all points to every shadow of disbelief in your consciousness. Expose each false idea, each I cannot, I am not, and rebuke it openly. Others will fear. That is, they will learn by watching you command every limiting belief to depart. This is the only sacred ministry. You rule well when you persist in the assumption you choose, work it out in detail, and refuse to muzzle the power that makes it real. Do this, and the inner elders will bestow upon you the double honor of vision made fact and promise fulfilled. Within the hidden chambers of your mind there dwell 3 sovereigns, belief, feeling, and assumption, elders that rule well by shaping every perception and action. When you bestow on them double honor, you focus your full attention and sustained energy on those mental attitudes that serve your chosen aim, thereby nourishing the very spring of your creative power. Should you neglect this honor, you will find yourself muzzling the ox, slowly starving your inspiration whenever doubt creeps in or you withhold support from your own ideas. Inevitably, moments of accusation and rebuke will surface as self-judgment, casting shadows over your progress. Rather than turning away, invite these critical thoughts into the light, present the witnesses of fact, evidence, and past success, and in so doing you will expose the error and gently correct your course. By restoring this balance, the free flow of imagination returns, guiding you steadily toward the fulfillment of your desire. Begin by understanding that every assumption you sustain becomes like an elder quietly ruling your reality. When you bestow this assumption with what Neville calls double honor, you nourish its swirling vortex and empower it to shape your outer world. Meanwhile, any doubt left unchecked acts as an accusation that binds your creative power. Yet the moment you bring those doubts into the light and place them before the witnesses of proof, their grip begins to loosen until they dissolve entirely. In the same way, engaging in a public rebuke functions as a symbolic clearing of error, sweeping away what no longer serves you and making space for fresh creation to arise within your consciousness. This passage reveals your authority to govern inner states. You are both the laborer and the ruler. The reward belongs to the one who persistently labors with conviction in the desired thought. You become the ox that feeds itself. You become the wage earner who claims his due. To begin with, identify your inner elders, those key beliefs you wish to empower: health, abundance, and love. Then grant them double honor by nourishing them each day with focused feeling and sincere affirmation. When old doubts rise to accuse you, summon your internal witnesses, your past achievements and the deep certainty within, and expose those doubts to the illuminating light of your conviction. At the same time, Openly rebuke any lingering negativity in your mind with a firm declaration such as, "I will not accept this limitation," and immediately replace it with the clear truth of your unfolding desire. By treating your consciousness as both judge and servant of the state you have chosen, you become the manifester of divinity. Divine power is simply your willful imagination made real, so cease to muzzle your creative ox and allow the harvest of your expectations to ripen fully.